Down to the highway and back?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, 1964 Velocette Venom. Clubman. Let's see if we can make this thing go. 6,300 original miles. Wow. Fairing from the factory. This is my first ride on a Velocette. 1 up and 3 down. Supposed to have one of the most bizarre clutches on the motorcycle world. 20 little springs. Even Jay Leno comments about it. Oh, what a treat. 500cc single. Overhead valve. Cams in the chest. Wow. Amazing. Push rod, of course. What a beautiful thing. That's 4th gear. Velocette was in business, I think, from the 20s all the way to 1970. Although they say there was a couple made in 1971. Oh, the feel is amazing. I think we are going to go all the way to the interstate. So this one has the full fairing. Everything right from the factory. Run the camera up a little higher here. What a beautiful thing. Each one of these were hand built. Each Velocette ever made was hand built. Little tiny factory. They built them, like I said, right up to about 1970. The last ones were all about 500cc bikes. What a beautiful machine. What a beautiful machine. Randy's got this one and 2 others, plus a couple of his private collection. What a treat. I was talking to the mechanic that works on these yesterday in the shop. And he said, you know, it's one of the only bikes where the clutch can both drag and slip at the same time. How that happens, I don't know. It feels so light. I'm very impressed. There is a little bit of vibration. You feel it in the seat, the pegs, and your hands. I love these Clubman bars. I think that's what makes it a Clubman. Wow. Oh, I don't know what that was all about. Okay, we're going to turn around up here at the interstate. What a beautiful thing. The headlight is actually in the fairing. The nacelle is still here, but the nacelle is actually empty. There's no light in it. Let's see what kind of brakes we got today. There's 3, 2. We actually do have brakes. That's amazing. And we made it into 1. Wow, you really are sitting on top of this. I mean to tell you, I'm leaning forward like you won't believe. Hope there's no one behind us here. What a treat. It's a race machine. It's a little racer. What a privilege to ride something like this. 1st gear. I think clutch has amazing feel. Awesome. Absolutely awesome machine. Oh, I went the wrong way. We go 2 gears now. Not only is it on the right side, but it's 1 up, 3 down. If I slide back, it'll be a little more stable. Wait till we get back. I'll get the other camera on. We'll do a little walk around on this hot rod. That should be 4th gear. What a hot rod. What a hot rod. It's got a monoblock carburetor. I think it's a Lucas Racing Magneto or something like that. He was telling me, I just can't remember. We'll get a good look at that when we get back to the shop. fairing is very interesting. It's made up of pieces. There goes Randy now. Ammeter up here, Smith gauge right there. If you ever need your Smith gauge worked on, I'll put the website of a guy right up here. He's here in Iowa. He can work on the insides, the outsides, reface them, new glass. He's got a crimp machine to do the crimping, recalibrate. What a privilege to ride this thing. Ha, ha, ha. I can feel a little heat off the engine. I think it wants to run faster. I'm just not willing to open it up. I've got it going indicated about 65. What an amazing thing. First time ever on a Velocette. Now Randy's got 2 other Velocettes in his shop, and I hope to ride those too. Like I said earlier, he just got those in. And those are daily riders. The guy that had them, he used them regularly. Right over there is the mighty metropolis of Marty, Iowa, home of Baxter Cycle, seller of new and used Royal Enfield tribes, classic British bikes like this one, parts, accessories, thingamajigs, and doodads. Go to BaxterCycle.com. Make sure you tell those fine folks that Fuzzy Biker sent you. That should be 3rd gear. What's really amazing is for an old bike, the brake sight seemed to work pretty good. That should be 2nd gear. Boy, you really sit over this. I feel like I'm really hunched over. Came out of gear there for a second. I think we're back in 1st. There's 2nd. What a treat, what a treat. There we are at Baxter Cycle. I'll get this thing parked and we will get the other camera out and do a quick walk around. Alrighty, my friends. What an absolute privilege to ride this thing. I think that is the kill button. Let's find out. Wahoo! Hey y'all, Fuzzy here. I just got back from this. We had a really nifty ride. I was just talking to Jeremy. He said it's a Velocette, Venom, V-line, Clubman. And V-line means that the fairing came from the factory. It's a 1964. We think it's a 64. One thing I said, we were talking, he says, oh, these things always have great brakes. I said that in the video. I was really impressed with the brakes. Check it out, dual leading shoe. Look at that thing, extra wide. I mean, look at that. Open screen, oh, that is open. Usually those are covered up because they don't want rainwater getting in them. Telescopic forks in the front. These hunched over bars. Brake lever, of course. Dampening control. One of these is going to be choke. One of these is going to be magneto. The kill button over here. Horn right there. Lights over here. Smith gauges. Ammeter over yonder. Decompression release right there to help start it. We push start this one. There's the transmission right back there. Now look at this little notch out on the fairing. Isn't that neat? Shifters rear set. 1 up, 3 down. Look at that thing. It's got the rear set pegs. That's another thing that says the pegs are farther back, in other words. And it was. I was really hunched over this thing. It's really an interesting machine. All of these were hand built. Check this out. You can adjust where the shock is on there. And I'm not quite, I'm not savvy enough to know what that does, but there is the speedo drive back there. There was no tack on this one. Oil tank, it's a dry sump engine. There's the old monoblock carburetor back there. It's a newer carb. These are oil return lines right here from the top of the head. Check that out. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Look at that pipe. That's the famous pipe right there. The holes are only on the outside. One of the things I checked. Look at this little tombstone cover on the back here. Absolutely gorgeous. I love these mechanical brakes. Look at that. There's the torque lever right there, and then the shifter right there. Or the brake mechanism right there, I'm sorry. Look at how that's torpedo shaped. Or conical, I mean conical. Isn't that neat how that's done? Wow.
Check out this lever. That is aluminum. That is amazing. Like I said, these were all hand built. Every single one of them. 6 volts, I'm sure. There's our mag. Safety wired. Generator up forward. A little bit of heat there. Hey, there's the air pump. Pump the bike up. Oh, look at that thing. Just a dream, isn't it? Look down in there. You can see right through the center to the engine. Little opening back there. I love it. I absolutely love it. Very impressive machine. I'm guessing that's the toolbox. Just look at that loop frame. You know, it looks so light. These were light. I don't know the weights, but they were known for being lightweight, extra good handling. You know, just looking at the components, look at how slender that center kickstand is. I'm sorry. You know, the lightweight lever there, the chain guard. Let's see what the brake lever or the shifter lever there. Look at that. Just acres and acres of aluminum. There it says Lucas Competition Magneto right there. So that's what that is. Wow. So impressive. So very impressive. Look at that view. I love it. I love it. If y'all are interested in a motorcycle like this, a newer used Royal Enfield Triumph, classic British bike like this one. He's got 2 more in the back. They're not Clubmans. Clubmans, I mean. Get yourself over here to, he's got over 100 classic British bikes in the back that run, I think, and then more elsewhere. Get yourself over here to Baxtercycle in the mighty Minneapolis of Marnie, Iowa, or go to baxtercycle.com. Those guys, they got it all. They ship motorcycles just about everywhere, so you know, don't be shy. They can help you out. Baxtercycle.com. Make sure you tell them Fuzzy Biker sent you. Isn't that something? Just look at that. I consider that pure art. Hit like and subscribe if you would. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate all watching the videos. Life is good, my friends. Life is good. I'm going to go put this thing away, hop on another motorcycle, and go for a ride. Wahoo! 1964 Velocette Venom Clubman. 500cc air-cooled single. Overhead valves.